Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm back for day 14 of my 30-day build in public challenge. Today, I think I'm just going to answer a couple questions since I finally got a few questions on the YouTube videos, and then I think I'm going to just give an update on some of the paid parasites and the one rank and rent that I started building during this challenge. So first, I'm going to dive in with couple questions from YouTube, right? First, I want to thank my boy Randy, always commenting on my videos. It's awesome to help the YouTube algorithm, and he also had a few questions, so I'm going to answer those. The first one was about rank and rent and if it could be beneficial to try and build rank and rent for local restaurants. So most rank and rent sites are really targeted on a single narrow niche in a location for like a service provider. However, I do think it could be a good idea to do like top restaurants, but I also think you're probably going to have a little more competition if you go for a larger city. And if you go for a smaller city, I don't know. It might be a little bit more difficult to get restaurants to spend money than it would be for like a siding company, right? Or something like that. But I have seen these be good additions to like existing niche sites. So like one example would be like, say you had a vegan niche site where you shared like vegan recipes and stuff like that. I could totally see you doing like top 10 vegan restaurants in Austin, Texas or something like that, and getting 2 or 3 restaurants to pay to be like the top spots on those posts. And then you could do that for like other locales or even smaller locales like suburbs of Austin or something, right? Like where you're going to have less competition. And, I would guess you could probably get like a couple $100 a month if you had a little bit of traffic for these pages. Even if there's not a lot of traffic, you probably could still convince some restaurants that it would be a good idea for them to advertise on your post. So kind of mixed. Like I do feel like it would be a good idea. I think it works out better if you have an existing site that's ranking in that specific niche. But I've never really tried to just do like, best restaurants in Wheeling, West Virginia, right? And like that would probably be a pretty low competition keyword because the town's pretty small. But the thing I think you might struggle with trying to get people to pay in a smaller city like that. But I think it would be worth a shot. I mean, a domain name and hosting is not really that expensive in the grand scheme of things. Couple bucks a month, maybe like $10-20 a month for you to try it out. And even if it doesn't end up working, you're at least going to learn, $20 worth of knowledge by just trying it. So I would say, yeah, if that's what you want to try, I would say go for it. But yeah, that's my thoughts on local restaurant rank and rent. Another thing that was asked was, what do you do with the leads from a rank and rent site before you have a partner? Are they basically just ignored? So for me, yeah, they're pretty much ignored. I kind of just send them to an email address I have just to see what's coming in. One idea you could do is you could start reaching out to partners, offer to send them the leads for free for like a month. And then that way you don't, these people are filling out the forms and they're actually getting contacted back, but also you're kind of pitching a partner and showing them the quality of leads you're going to be collecting. So it's kind of like a double, like killing 2 birds with 1 stone, right? So you're going to market to your partner and you're going to be helping out the users. So I'd say that's one way to do it. You might not be able to find a partner that quick. Another way is there are lead gen like affiliate networks that you could look into where they specialize in like finding like these different service providers and things like that. I haven't really worked with any of them, so I don't have any to recommend, but I know they exist and that's another option for you. So yeah, that's what I would probably do with the leads. I mean, for the most part, I just ignore them, which is kind of probably not the best user experience, but there's not a whole lot I can really do about it. Another question was about the WordPress walkthrough I did. And basically they wanted to know if you have too many WordPress plugins or you don't keep them up to date, does it cause security concerns? So there's 2 concerns when you have a large number of plugins on WordPress. The first one is security. You do need to keep them up to date. There is a little toggle switch in the plugin or no, I think it's a link in the plugin page where you just click enable auto updates, and they will just automatically update every time a new version is released. So I recommend always enabling that option. I don't think I've ever had a problem where a plugin auto updated and like broke anything in the last like 10 years, or I don't know when they released the auto update. It might have been like 3-4 years ago. I don't think I've ever personally had an issue with it. So probably safer to just enable it than it is to have to go in there and manually do it. The other thing is my server, I get a notice for every single site when there are outdated plugins running, so I can reach out to the user and make sure they update the plugin and tell them to turn on automatic updates. So yeah, definitely want to keep all the plugins updated for security purposes. And then the other concern with a large number of plugins is pretty much every single plugin you add to WordPress is going to slow it down in some way. So you want to try to keep the plugins to a minimum and only really use plugins that are essential to whatever you're building, right? Like you may have to go up to like, I don't know, 12, 15 plugins to get what you want, but try to keep it down as low as you can. There is a plugin, I forget what it's called though, but it's like essentially a speed tester, and it tells you which plugins slow your site down. If I can remember what the plugin is, I'll drop it in the description, but it can give you an idea of if your site is running slow, which plugin is causing the problem. I've also heard of, like, I think I saw this on x.com the other day. So I saw it on Twitter, basically. And somebody had like 300 plugins running or something like that, he told me. And I asked him, I'm like, is it even possible to not have a security like breach with that many plugins? And he said that he didn't think there was any security problems, that they were actually kept updated, and that site didn't have any problems, which I'm really surprised with that many plugins. But it's possible. I'm just putting it out there just to show you that you could potentially have hundreds of plugins. I have no idea why you would want to have hundreds of plugins, but it sounds like it's a possibility. I would keep it below 20 at the most, probably not even that, but you should be able to do most of what you want to do with 20 plugins or less. Especially with the block editor in WordPress, the Gutenberg block editor, it allows you to build out a lot of these things that used to be only available in plugins, because you can build different blocks. So like one thing I built out is like a product review kind of block where I can like copy and paste it into new articles. And it kind of just looks like the block on the wire cutter that I showed the other day from New York Times. But yeah, so you don't need really need a plugin for it. You can just build blocks for things like that. So now I am going to give an update on some parasites that I've been working with. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I have 5 articles on this one free parasite. One is ranking in position 10. One is ranking in position 16. One is ranking in position 58. Now, the one that's ranking in position 58, I bought niche edit links to kind of boost that up. So basically, a niche edit link is an agency goes out, finds a post related to your topic, and then gets the author to insert your link into that existing content. So what I'm doing with that one is, I think I bought about 10. It'll take a few weeks for them to go through and find enough sites to give me backlinks, but we'll see if that makes a difference on this particular site that's in position 58 now. Let me see what the peak position was. Let's see. So when I started tracking it, the best it ever was position 50, which is like page 5, which is never going to get traffic. And the keyword is not that, I don't think it's that difficult. It has a volume of like 1900, and it shouldn't be too difficult to rank for. And it's not in like a super competitive niche. I don't know why that one is ranking like at 58 and the other two are almost first 2 pages, but we'll try to boost it and see what happens. Another one on that same parasite is at position not in the top 100. Don't know what's going on with that one. Might just write it off. Like if you're not in the first like 1 to 3 pages. Probably not worth putting much effort into it, but we'll see if it bounces back in a couple weeks, and I'll make a decision. And then I have one more on that Parasite. I just posted it, I think like 2 days ago. What happened here? Oh, okay. Yeah. I think I posted it on the Parasite, but I don't think the account that I posted it from is allowed to post indexable content. So I don't think it's going to get indexed. But I do have another Parasite I'm working with. Here, let me move this down so I'm not staring up. Okay, I have another paid Parasite here. Those were free Parasites. I have another paid Parasite. It has 1, 2, 3 recent posts on it. Let's take a look. This one is a post that I made like last year. It's been kind of hanging out there. And it's ranking for a good bit of keywords. I took 7 of them. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them. And I'm tracking them. They have anywhere from like 40 to 3,600 keyword searches per month. For one keyword, I am at position 11, which is just off the front page. And then I'm at like 34, 36, 29, 26. I'm trying to think about what to do with this one. I don't know if I should just have somebody blast some links to it and see what happens. Sometimes you can blast like really bad links to these Parasites because of the domain authority, and it won't like negatively affect it, but it could help like positively affect it, because they're so strong that these like PBN links are personal blog network, which are basically just blogs that are built just for links that are kind of crap links, but they tend to work sometimes. I'll talk about another one. I made this post on a paid Parasite last year at the end of the year, 3,600 volume keyword. I'm currently at position 22. It's actually a pretty lucrative keyword. It was in 21, 22. This is another one where it's like, if it's in the first like 2-3 pages, might be worth putting some work into it to try to get it on the front page. But I'm just not that sure if I want to do it yet, or if I just want to launch a few more Parasites and just see if they hit the front page. It's kind of a decision I have to make. And then we have one more on this particular paid Parasite. It was posted last year too. So these 3 articles were like posted sometime, probably like 6 months ago. This one is not ranking at all. And sometimes that's what happens. Well, this keyword is like 40,000 volume. So it's going to be a little bit more competitive. So what I'll probably do is open up the article, drop it into SEMrush, see if it is ranking for anything, and then probably update the keywords that I'm tracking, because maybe I'm just never going to hit that 40,000 volume keyword. So I'm just going to look at it real quick and see if there's any words it is ranking for. Man, it spiked up in September, had almost 282 words ranking, and now it has 4. And it's on one of those Parasites that kind of got clapped by Google, but it might be able to make a comeback. Yeah, it's not this one's not ranking for anything. I'm just going to write this one off. I paid for it, but not really worth putting any effort into it. And then we have a new Parasite I'm testing. I just posted on there a few days ago, and we are looking at position 28, position 34, and then 3 other keywords that I'd like to rank for are not ranking currently, but not that bad for being like a 2-3 day old post. And the agency I ordered from for this particular Parasite will give you like 10 backlinks. So they're still working on building out the backlinks, and we'll see what happens with that. But feeling kind of confident about this one. Search volume 2,400 for one keyword. The other keyword 22,000. I would really like to get this on the front page for the 22,000 volume keyword. It's kind of it's in the health space, which is really lucrative. And it's something newer that is kind of like trending. So if I could get out there in front of it, it would be a really good opportunity. And then we'll give an update on the rank and rent. The rank and rent that I was working on, right? I think we were in like position 6 or 8 when I first gave you an update. Today we are in position 52 for my, 21 for my primary keyword, 18 for another keyword, 52 and 55 for 2 other related keywords. So kind of disappointed with this right now. It's still new, so it might bounce around for a little bit. We'll see where it lands in a week or 2 and maybe start to build some links to it, because it's not a very competitive keyword. I don't know why I'm on page 2 now. It's the sites that are ranking at the top are very weak sites. They have the age that I don't have, but they don't have any authority. So not going to give up on the new rank and rent. We will wait a little bit and then think about building some backlinks. I think what I also might do is, I think I shared with everybody the free sneaky backlinks a few videos ago. We might try that, where you're kind of like getting profile links from some of these high authority websites that are do follow links, which I don't think I actually ever mentioned that before, but a do follow link tells the search engine crawler that you are promoting like this link. So you want to kind of like pass the link juice to that link. And a no follow link is more like we're linking to this page, but we don't really promote it or want to pass any link juice onto that page. So when you're looking for links, you really want to get do follow links, so it'll pass on that ranking factor. But sometimes you end up landing no follow links, and I think they might have a little bit of like, I'm sure Google still crawls them and does something with them. So not necessarily completely useless, but not as beneficial as a do follow link. So that's where I am at today. It's a holiday for me, so I'm going to get like a lot of time. My son has school today, but I have a holiday. So I'm going to spend some time today working out a few things, probably thinking about the strategy with these parasites I gave you an update on. Also working on a few other sites I have. Don't know. Maybe I'll post some content to that rank and rent, like blog articles, to see if I can help it rank. But yeah, that's where we're at today. Not the best update on our rankings for these projects, but showing some signs of life, some signs of projects I should probably cut and just not waste the mental capacity on. So I'll be back tomorrow. Another update. Tomorrow will be my halfway point for the 30-day challenge, and I'll be back with, I don't know, some kind of update. I got to think about it. If anybody has a question, feel free to drop it in the comments and I'll address it tomorrow. So see you later.